Hello and welcome. My name is Emily Mirren. I'm so glad to have you here watching this recording of a class we are running called I Have My Oils, Now What? If we've never met, the reason I'm here teaching you this is because I'm somehow connected to the person that got you started in doTERRA. So we're part of the same community, we're part of the same team. My name is Emily Mirren. I live in Portland, Oregon. I've been teaching about essential oils for health and wellness and detoxing and skincare and DIY and home care, cleaning, all the things for well over 5 years now. I am also a certified holistic health coach through Institute for Integrative Nutrition, if you're familiar with that. So it's my absolute favorite thing to work with a new oil user and help them incorporate their oils and their new products into their life. So I'm really excited to be bringing this to you today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. You're going to see it in just a moment here. And we're going to head right into the class. So this class is a series that we are running, a continuing education series. And this particular class is the first in the series. It's called I Have My Oils. Now what? What do I do with them? Okay. So we know that the most expensive oils are the ones that don't come with any education about maybe their dilution ratios, their safety, their potency, their efficacy. So we have a real deep desire to come to you with education and information about what you purchased and what you have now in your home so that you can safely and effectively incorporate these oils into your healthcare regimen, your daily routine. We think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. So whether you are brand new to doTERRA or a long-time experienced oil user, I am convinced, I am absolutely certain that you're going to find a lot in this class, and I want to get right to it. So just so you know, if you are doing this entire series of 8 classes, one each class on a different topic, we teach these Sunday nights at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We use the same link for every single class, and if you don't have that yet, reach out to the person that introduced you to doTERRA, and we'll make sure you get that link. And you're welcome to join us. And once you've attended all 8 classes, we'll actually be sending you a free diffuser and an oil for attending the classes and making the time to show up and learn and educate yourself. Empowerment is what it's all about. We're big believers as a community in, like I said, bringing you the education and empowering you to put it into action so that you are working in the areas of prevention and preventative health, proactive health. You are not needing your insurance. You don't need to rely on your doctor as much. You have the tools in hand and at home to take care of 90% of the things that are going to come up on a daily basis for your home and for your family. So here's the scoop. At some point during this class, I'm going to mention a secret code. There will also be a form that is required to fill out after you watch this class. So if you get that far, make sure you ask the person that introduced you to doTERRA or who sent you this class for that link. We'll make sure that you get that so that you can enter your information. That's how we're keeping track of of who attended all 8 classes so that we can get your diffuser and your oil to you. So, all right, with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump in. Let me go back one. Oh boy. Let's see here. I'm going to stop the share for a moment, get back to the beginning of my PowerPoint, because technology is not my friend at the moment. And here we go. Okay, let's move on. So I think we can all acknowledge that we need essential oils and plant medicine more than ever right now, not just for the immunity and the immune support, which is a huge piece, right, for using plants because we share DNA with them. Our bodies recognize and can bring in their goodness and all of their natural immune supporting properties to support our own bodies. but also for the mood support, the detoxing, maybe the weight loss if you're struggling with weight management right now. Maybe it's respiratory illness that you're struggling with, or anxiety, or allergies, or supporting our organs, really boosting our body's natural ability to protect itself in every way we can. So let's talk about our oils and what to do with them. I'd love for you to think about 3 different reasons why you purchased doTERRA. Was this maybe a child in your home that struggles with anxiety? Was it your husband who snores all night long? Was it yourself and you struggle with allergies? So go ahead and jot those down, or just think about them and keep them in your mind, okay? So let's first review the LLV. So this is our lifelong vitality. I want to start here because it is really the foundation for wellness and optimal wellness, and that's really the perspective that we'll be coming from in this entire class and this entire series. So doTERRA's oils are why most people get started, but they don't know, maybe for the first couple of weeks or so, that actually the number one product doTERRA sells is the Lifelong Vitality. It's a set of 3 different supplements. And if you are struggling with pain, chronic or acute, so chronic inflammation and pain, maybe an autoimmune disease, or if you're experiencing acute pain, right, knee pain or plantar fasciitis or whatever that might be, it's going to help you with that. If you struggle with brain fog, lack of mental clarity, going to help huge with that. That's a big part of my experience, my personal experience with the LLV. If you are just looking for more balanced mood and balanced hormones, and you can feel just that you're off and you're not functioning as optimally as you used to, they're going to help you with that as well. So if you're looking to feel better in any of those areas, the Lifelong Vitality is going to be amazing for you. A couple of tips, and let me step back for a moment. So what I want to cover in the first part of this class is a lot of the oils and products that many of you may have gotten. So you may not have gotten all of these things, but maybe somebody else did. So we're going to cover some of the main ones, okay? And then we'll get to the nitty gritty of how to use and like some safety and dilution recommendations, that type of thing. So anyway, if you're looking to feel better in one or more of these ways, you want to consider the Lifelong Vitality. Couple tips on that: put them where you will see them so you don't forget to take them. I love telling people, get a pretty little dish and set it next to your coffee maker so that you take them in the morning, or you take them with your lunch, but make it part of your daily routine. So I want to talk about a couple other supplements that doTERRA offers that are very popular, very popular. If you haven't purchased these yet, you probably will consider it because they're some of their most popular ones. Terrazyme, that's our digestive enzymes. So if you're not familiar with enzymes yet, please Google them after the class. So most of us are familiar now with the importance of probiotics, right, for good gut health. However, many of us are not as familiar with enzymes quite yet. Enzymes are critical to our digestion and absorption of our food. So if you have any digestive issues at all, and digestive issues are one of the most common things I hear about these days, that and anxiety and hormone disruption, digestion is a huge concern because for many reasons, okay? And I think many of you know it if you're watching this class. So Terrazyme is going to be a wonderful support for you. I've heard it referred to as a Tums or a lactate on steroids. So you can actually take between 1 and 3 every single day. They're very potent and powerful. There are a lot of enzymes. There are a lot of enzymes in it that are really just designed to help you digest your food. And a lot of things in particular that are really hard on our bodies, like gluten, dairy, meat, cruciferous vegetables. Terrazyme is going to help break those down for better absorption into our body. The next one I want to mention is PB Assist. It's our probiotic, and I want to mention it because of its unique formulation with its double encapsulation. So it's not here on this screen, but if you've ever picked up a PB Assist, you'll actually notice it's a capsule that has a capsule inside. It almost looks space age, and it's green. It's this beautiful green color. But what's really unique about our PB Assist is the double encapsulation means that there's prebiotic on the outside and probiotic on the inside. So what is very common with probiotics is that we'll ingest them, we'll take them in, and then they actually start to break down in our upper intestine, and we actually need to get those probiotics into our lower intestine, into our gut. So with doTERRA's double encapsulation, it allows for absorption in our upper intestine with the prebiotic, as the inner capsule works its way down to our gut for disbursement and absorption in our gut there for the probiotics. So they're really amazing. So those are our daily supplements. And then the two oils I know that you're familiar with are lemon and frankincense. These are oils that I recommend taking on a daily basis for their health benefits as well. Lemon is going to be cleansing inside and out, and frankincense is excellent for cellular support. Both are some of the oils that you can use in all three ways. We'll get to that in a moment as well. You can use them aromatically, topically, as well as internally. And one of my favorite ways to use lemon is right here in a glass of water, just 1 or 2 drops. This is actually sparkling water, but I use it with still water frequently as well. I also love adding them to my green smoothies, my juices, them meaning lemon. It's so brightening, it tastes delicious, and it's wonderful for helping your body cleanse and reduce and remove some of the toxins that tend to build up on our organs and our eliminatory organs as well. We want to keep our detox pathways open, and lemon is a wonderful support for allowing and supporting this. One of my favorite ways to use frankincense is on my skin for anti-aging. I apply it to some lotion or moisturizer or oil at bedtime, but also right when I get out of the shower. I love it just all over my body. It's also very soothing and grounding, but the properties in it are going to be wrinkle support, reducing wrinkles, and really for beautiful skin. Okay. So let's go on to exercise and weight management. If you purchased your oils and your other products to focus in these areas, I want to talk again about the lifelong vitality supplements. So in the area of exercise and weight management, lifelong vitality is right up there at the top again, because if you remember, it's really good for digestion and increased energy. So you end up feeling better in your body, which affects how we feel in our mind. Those two are so closely connected. Slim and Sassy is a blend of oils that you may have gotten when you started that includes cinnamon and ginger and peppermint. It was actually formulated to help manage and balance your metabolism, to bring your metabolism back into a state of homeostasis. So if yours runs too slowly, it's going to support your body in moving more optimally. It also has side benefits. It helps reduce sugar cravings. One of my favorite personal reasons to use it. Also, I find that when I'm really focusing on taking my Slim and Sassy, I don't have the same maybe salty and sweet cravings at the end of the night, which is when I tend to want to snack. So Deep Blue Rub is going to be that thing that you grab when you have any sort of ache or pain. And if we're thinking of exercise and weight management, hopefully you're getting out and moving your body a little bit more, which means that you may start to experience more pain and discomfort in your body. Right now, I have an unhappy Achilles tendon because I've been running so much more, but I'm also augmenting my running with yoga and cycling, and so I'm doing a lot. And of course, yesterday I took this brutal weight class, and so my arms are actually pretty worn out from that, my triceps and my biceps and my shoulders. So Deep Blue Rub is one of our absolute favorites for a natural pain reliever. You can think of it like a natural icy hot, a natural I think it's Bengay, something I don't purchase personally, obviously, but it's going to be natural, and so it's going to support your body's natural ability to soothe and heal and quicken actually the healing process as well. Copaiba I mentioned that because we have it as an oil as well as a soft gel. One thing to know if you got Copaiba is that this product is going to give you so much mileage. It works in so many different areas. It's really similar to CBD oil, okay, if you're familiar with that, and how it reacts to our endocannabinoid system. So a nice bottle of CBD oil is going to cost you around $100, but a bottle of Copaiba oil is about 30 bucks. So it's a huge difference, and it's very, very high in the same chemical constituents that CBD oil has, which is called BCP, beta-caryophyllene. So Copaiba has about 60 to 70% BCP in it, which is why it works really well in our bodies for pain and inflammation, but also anxiety, overstimulation, neuroexcitability. So I have a lot of customers who experience anxiety, and I help them get going with a drop or two of Copaiba under the tongue a couple times a day. It's going to help calm their nerves. It's also wonderful for PTSD, any trauma you've experienced in your life that is reoccurring or holding you back and holding you down, holding you hostage, I should say. So the same is true for turmeric in terms of inflammation. We all know turmeric. Turmeric, it's been used for thousands of years in ancient medicine and Ayurvedic medicine because of its amazing healing properties. I'm a huge fan of turmeric. So turmeric, I should say, we have as an oil as well. It's one of my favorites to add to my green smoothies. I love turmeric as a flavor added to my lemon, my ginger as other essential oils in my smoothies, and in addition to all the greens and the vegetables and a little bit of fruit that I'm adding to those as well. Okay, you guys, so let's talk about resting and managing stress. This is a big one, big one. I'm a huge believer in resting and managing our sleep, getting good sleep, and then managing our stress. 90% of doctors' visits are stress related. So that tells us that we need to do better at managing our stress. I'm going to say that lifelong vitality supplements are again at the top here, and the reason is because of how they support our body and all of its functions to work better and to work more optimally. I keep using that word in relation to lifelong vitality. I'm a big believer in those supplements and how they make us feel. And if we are functioning more optimally, we are experiencing less stress, we're getting less illness, we're creating less disease in our body. We're definitely not going to be going to the doctor as often as maybe we used to, or many other people. So that's a great way to help manage our body and the stress that is related. Okay, so before I go on anymore, I want to share with you the secret code of the class, but please don't stop listening to this class because I've got a lot of really important information I want to keep sharing with you guys. But I do want to let you know the code word for tonight for this class is ocean. So when you get the link to the form, the Google form, you're just going to want to make sure that you include ocean as the code word. Okay, so we're living in a really emotional time right now, in particular with COVID going on. A lot of us feeling incredible amounts of stress from sick loved ones, sick family members, or maybe we don't know anyone sick, thankfully. I haven't and don't. And you may be in a similar boat, maybe not. But lost work and lost finances and concern about food and getting food on our tables and worried friends. And sometimes we're just going about our day and we feel great. And other times, man, it can really overwhelm us. And I think many of us have experienced this. So you're going to want to pull out your essential oils and products, and you're going to want to put them on all day long. I've got oils all over my desk. I've got them behind me. We've got them in our kitchen and in our living room, our dining room. They're all in our bathroom. They're all around so that we can just grab them on the go whenever we need to. And I should say in my car, in my purse. They are such a wonderful support to help reduce that stressful experience. So also keep in mind, they're not like sleeping pills where you take one and the day is shot. You're down for the count. You can still function, and you're going to find that it's just going to calm your nerves, help you feel more supported and centered. So frankincense is a calming oil. I mentioned that one already, but you can put it on right when you get out of the shower. You can put a drop under your tongue when you're feeling overwhelmed. right at the beginning of the day. You can put it in your diffuser. I love it with Balance and Lavender. I included those on this list as well. Balance and Lavender are also wonderful on their own. Balance is my personal favorite blend. It is their grounding blend. So if you're feeling scattered and maybe overwhelmed, Balance is going to be a wonderful support to help bring you back into the earth and root you back down into Mother Earth. So my favorite use for that, beyond putting it on my pulse points and behind my neck, and I love it over my heart as well, I love a couple drops of Balance in the bottoms of my feet in the morning. I will often keep a bottle of Balance right next to my bedside table, and just remembering that small action of a couple drops on the bottoms of my feet are absolutely such a wonderful support. Okay, so I'm going to pause for just a moment, you guys. Okay, getting right back to it. I will have to admit that I had the human moment where I was like, I wonder if I'm recording this. So I am. Yay, we can keep going. All is good in the world. Okay, so lavender. Lavender is, we all know that lavender is wonderful for, let's see, I want to figure out where I am. So lavender is like the Swiss Army knife of our oils. It's wonderful for calming and soothing and sleep supporting. But lavender, just so you guys know, is also really beautiful for all kinds of skin issues, any sort of eczema or psoriasis or owies, mosquitoes, scrapes, bee stings, burns, anything that's happening on your skin. Lavender is really beautifully, just as it soothes our mind, it actually beautifully soothes and calms our skin too. So I want you to have a really good understanding of how to use lavender. You can apply it neat, no problem, or you can use it with a carrier oil. I'm going to get into more detail on neat versus diluted in just a little bit. So the Serenity Oil and soft gels, we have Serenity Oil, which is our calming blend. It is specifically formulated to help calm the nerves and help just put you to sleep and help you sleep like a baby. And I love the aroma of it. It's very soothing. It's got some tree oils in it, so it's real grounding, but it's got some florals. It's got a little hint of vanilla. It's one of our most popular oils without a doubt. We also have it as a soft gel. So it is a soft gel formulated for sleep support, and it's actually been clinically tested, which is really cool. They ran a clinical trial on the Serenity soft gels and took a lot of note of how it is wonderful if you have trouble getting to sleep, if you have trouble staying asleep at night, waking up in the middle of the night, or if you wake up feeling really groggy. 1 to 2 Serenity capsules, soft gels before bed is going to help alleviate those symptoms and help you sleep more deeply. It's got Roman chamomile, passion flower, which is wonderful for sleep, and something called L-theanine in it, which is an amino acid that has long been used for sleep support. All right, last but not least, for rest and managing stress, big one is going to be adaptive, and it's actually spelled wrong on this slide. I apologize for that. It has no E, okay? But just take note of that. So it is adaptive, and it is exactly what the word describes it. It is created, formulated to help us be more adaptive and adapt in certain situations and be more flexible and be more able to cope in times of stress. So it's really like a chill pill, okay? So we have the oil, which smells amazing, and you can add it to your diffuser. You can, again, add it to your wrists and just add it to your palms and breathe it in. But you can also take the soft gel that was created that has GABA added to it. GABA is gamma aminobutyric acid, and that is something that is going to help neuroexcitability. So when our brain just goes into a state of total chaos and fight or flight response, and oftentimes what comes out of that is, something we call a panic attack. So GABA and adaptive, they are meant to calm that and bring that down. This is also one that was clinically tested. They've done tons of research on how this works on people. So if you feel that you experience a lot of anxiety, or maybe your child does, these are perfectly safe for children to use, and you're going to want to just take one in the morning. So I like, if you have trouble sleeping, 1 to 2 Serenity capsules at night before bed. And then if you have a lot of anxiety during the day, you're going to want to take one adaptive. Okay, so let's move on to reducing our toxic load. Whew. Okay, this is the last category before we get into kind of some ancillary topics of what to do when you have your oils. So a big one is going to be the toxic load that our homes carry. Okay, so they've actually proven that the indoor air can be more toxic than actually the outdoor air. So I do hope you're opening up your windows and you're opening up your doors in the morning and you're airing out your home. We want to, oxygen is what gives us life, and we want to make sure that this oxygen is clean, it's feeding our bodies, feeding our cells, supporting ourselves, and we're getting the toxic air out. So a lot of our products in our home, like our mattresses, our carpets, our furniture, they off-gas. And so when we keep everything closed up, that air is trapped inside. Okay, so open everything up and get a diffuser, or many of them. A diffuser is one of the biggest ways we can reduce the toxic load in our home. So get rid of the Yankee candles in your home, the Glade plugins, they've got to go. Get rid of those guys first. They are carcinogenic. They are creating so much havoc in your endocrine system. I could go on that, okay? Get rid of those Glade plugins if you have them, and the candles are a big one too, and replace them with diffusers. So even things that you don't necessarily think about, like scented trash bags. So start looking and being aware of what you're bringing into your home, and anything that has a natural aroma or scent added to it or fragrance is actually going to likely be toxic. Okay, so get rid of all that gunk, and that's going to be a huge start for you. Put diffusers in multiple rooms in your house, and you'll get another one for completing the series, of course. But I have one in my office running right now. I've got one in the living room, in our kitchen. All 3 of our bedrooms have them. We're running diffusers all day and all night. And the beautiful thing is you can customize the aromas that you're going to be diffusing. If you want something really clean, you might clean and bright and happy, you might choose a citrus oil, or we have Purify that's wonderful for getting rid of any scents or aromas. Powerful ones if you're cooking fish at night or cooking something really aromatic that's like, whew, takes over everything. I love Purify to get rid of that scent. Or if you want it to help calm you in the evenings, I love the Lavender, the Frankincense, the Serenity. If you have respiratory concerns and issues, Breathe is going to be a wonderful blend to put in your diffuser. It's one of my favorite. If you have been exposed to illness, colds or flus, Onguard, you're going to be wanting diffusing Onguard day and night, and maybe a little bit of Breathe mixed in for some congestive relief, or maybe some lavender to help support your sleep. It's going to smell wonderful. A couple other products to mention are Onguard Concentrate. If you want to get rid of all the toxic cleaners in your home, the beautiful thing is with Doterra, you can replace them with one. Oh, somebody's at the door, so let me pause the share and pause the recording. All right, you guys, that is the life of being a stay-at-home, work-at-home mom. Those are the friends that stop by. Okay, so let's keep moving. So the beautiful thing is with your doTERRA account, all you need to buy is one cleaner. It's the Onguard Concentrate. You can use it in your kitchen, in your bathrooms, on the sinks, the toilets, the showers, everything. I love this cleaner, and it's a concentrate. So you actually think it's 28, somewhere in there, somewhere in that realm, 28 spray bottles from the one concentrate of Onguard. It is amazing, you guys. I love it so much. It's all we've used to clean our home for 5, 6, 7 years. Onguard laundry detergent, okay? The Onguard products, for those of you who I think are mostly familiar with them, they are absolutely beautiful. The aromas are wonderful, and doTERRA creates these incredibly beautiful formulas for all of the non-oil products, right? Like the cleaner concentrate, the detergent. Onguard toothpaste, you will never have a better natural toothpaste. It is my favorite. I've been using it on my teeth and gums for years and years and years. My dentist buys these from me as well. We're just all big fans of the Onguard toothpaste, and it's naturally whitening. It has xylitol in it, so no sugar. It's a wonderful, amazing product. doTERRA also has a whole line of spa products. If you are looking to decrease some of the toxicity in your home products, you're going to want to move to doTERRA. Has 3 amazing skincare lines. I am very personally familiar with all 3 of them and use all 3 of them. So do my kids and as well as my husband. They have wonderful spa products, including, let's see, body butters, hair care, sugar scrubs, soaps, foaming hand soap, just a whole line of amazing products. So in this area, what I can really best suggest to you before I move on is that you're buying these things no matter what, right? You're going to the grocery store. It's part of your budget, your weekly or monthly budget, to purchase skincare products, home cleaning products, that type of thing. Take that budget, and instead of buying them through your big box suppliers that are not always honest in their marketing, and selling you products that probably aren't going to be beneficial or helpful to your health, purchase them through your doTERRA wholesale account now. You're going to earn points back on your purchases. I'll get to that in a moment. And you're going to have much, much safer and more natural products. So I'm a big proponent of moving to doTERRA's natural products of all kinds. Okay, so I have my oils. Now what? Tips. Have fun. So diffuse something new every day. So, and one of my favorite invigorating combos is peppermint and wild orange. If you haven't tried those 2 together, it's like total bliss. It was the first thing that I put on my body this morning. I love it in the diffuser. It smells incredible. Maybe at night you want to enjoy lavender and breathe. Just a couple drops, 3 drops of each in your diffuser is going to smell really great. Start using 1 to 2 drops of citrus in your water. Now, as a health coach, I cannot emphasize this enough. We're number one, not drinking enough water. We drink too many sodas, too many juices, but this is a really easy way. I haven't drank soda or juice for years and years, but what I do is add 1 to 2 drops of lemon or lime, or grapefruit is a favorite, green mandarin. We have lots of tangerine, lots and lots of wild orange, lots and lots of wonderful citrus oils that are not only safe for internal use, but they're recommended for internal use. And they're very wonderful for clearing and cleaning our bodies on the inside, in an area we can't quite see, right? We can see our skin and we want to take care of that. But the inside of our body is absolutely critical to our health. Inside of our body actually is reflecting on our skin as well. So remember to drink out of stainless steel or glass. So this is glass. Do not put them in plastic, because those citrus oils are really wonderful at cleansing and detoxing, which is why we want them on the inside of us, but why we don't want them in plastic, because what they'll do is release that plastic, and then we'll be drinking that, and that's a big thing that we want to avoid. Okay, so use small amounts often. The easiest thing I can say to this, and by the way, you're welcome to screenshot this image if you would like. It's a good kind of ballpark recommendation for how much you should use internally and topically each day. So a local naturopath, Dr. Josie Schmidt, she focuses on women's health and hormones. I've learned so much from her over the years. She coined the term small frequent daily doses. So SFDD, if you can think about using your plant medicine in small amounts often, small frequent daily doses, SFDD, they are not like heroic modern medicine where it's like one punch and it's out, but man, it causes a lot of side effects. They're actually in small, used more beneficial, with more benefits to your body when you use them in very small amounts because they're potent, but more often throughout the day. So just to be clear on the aromatic, there is no limit on how much you can diffuse into your home. It's no problem. You can diffuse as much as you want throughout the day. The ideal amount for an adult is about 24 drops internally during the day. And just so you know, it's pretty unlikely that you'll get to that point. I don't think I ever drink or take internally 24 drops unless maybe I was creating like a flu bomb, which is a possible thing to do if I had been exposed to the flu and I was really wanting to nip that in the bud before it turned into something greater. But you're really not going to get to the max amount. It's very unlikely. Okay, is neat or undiluted topical application more effective? So just so you know, this is just a quick word about putting oils on your skin. I want to first define what neat is versus undiluted. So neat is when you take an oil and you apply it directly to your skin without any carrier oil at all. When we add a carrier oil like this one, fractionated coconut oil, we call it diluting it. Okay, so that's just the difference. We're not diluting the potency and the efficacy. We're just diluting the oil so that there's less sensitivity or possibility for sensitivity. I do apply oils neat to my skin all the time, just so you know. I've been using oils for a long time and I feel comfortable doing that. I don't have any, since I don't have sensitive skin, I don't have any reactions to them. But I will show you on the next slide where you'll see the efficacy ends up lining up. It's pretty interesting. So I do get asked all the time, why fractionated coconut oil? You'll hear that a lot. Want to let you know that fractionated coconut oil does not have an aroma, so it doesn't fight with the essential oil aromas. That's a big reason why we use the essential oils, right? It's also non-greasy when you apply it. It doesn't stay on. Like an olive oil is pretty greasy for a long time, and some other carrier oils too. And it also is liquid at room temperature. So it's just like the white coconut oil that you probably have in your kitchen, but the fats have been removed, and so it's liquid at room temperature, and we use it as our carrier oil for diluting our essential oils very often. So then the next question is, applying essential oils neat or diluted better? So here's a good visual of what happens when you apply essential oils with a carrier oil versus no dilution. So what happens is when you apply an oil neat, it will evaporate pretty quickly. But when you add a carrier oil, the carrier oil, the kind of oils from the vegetable oil or whatever it is, will weigh it down so it will go more deeply, drive more deeply into the tissue for a greater systemic effect. Okay, so that's really a great way to get our oils into our system much quicker and much deeper as well. So it is actually more effective to use your oils with a carrier oil. How's that? Okay, let's talk about topicals. So this is probably the carrier oil that you may have gotten when you enrolled, and if you didn't, I would recommend that you add it to your wish list the next time you place an order. It's again the fractionated coconut oil, and it's $12 in your back office or in your shopping cart. I wish there was a good name for that. There's not. But your doTERRA account, let's say that, okay? So you can also add $2.25 for a pump that is going to go right into the fractionated coconut oil. So it gives you a nice amount of carrier oil, and then you can just add 1 or 2 drops of lavender or Onguard or whatever it is to your body or your kiddo's body, and then you don't have to worry about any skin sensitivity or evaporations either. So diluting. So this is another good one to take a quick screenshot of. So I want to talk here about how you make a roller bottle, because it's one of the most important, or one of the most popular common things that people like to do as soon as they get started. So this is also a great way to use your oils without a lot of brain work. It's a great way to let the children use the oils in the home, and you can even delegate to them what they're going to use and where to apply it. And it's a really safe way for them. So this is a nice little recommendation for you when you're making these rollers. If you notice, if somebody is under the years of 2, you're going to want to just like a tiny, tiny little smidge of essential oil is going to go in that roller bottle. And then you're going to fill up the rest of the way with a fractionated coconut oil. If they're between the ages of 2 and 6, you're going to safely fill about a quarter maybe of the way up with the essential oil. And then the rest is going to be your fractionated coconut oil. And then if they're 6 and above, it's really safe and no problem to add maybe about a third or so of the roller bottle with the oil and then go on from there. So I did want to just show you guys that you can, from your doTERRA account, you can buy really high quality rollers, a set of 6 for $4.75. So I did just want to mention that. The reason I guess I would say to be aware of this is you're going to get your bottle of Digestion and your, in your oil pack, and you're going to start to realize that it is so wonderful in relieving digestive upset, whether it's cramping or gas or nausea or constipation, whatever it is. And you're going to want to take that Digestion everywhere with you, but you only have one bottle, right? So make a couple of roller bottles of it, have one in your purse, maybe keep one in your car, maybe one on your bedside table, whatever. But just we know that we will use our oils and these products when we have them in multiple places as well. So okay, so your supplements are now part of your daily nutrition. So I would say take them after your first substantial meal. I recommend taking them in the morning with your breakfast and at lunch. Start slowly. If you are not used to a high quality supplement, go ahead and start taking just a quarter or a half dose for a few days as you build up the nutritional support in your body. For somebody that doesn't eat a great diet already, maybe that is having other health issues or concerns, a full dose is probably going to be a little too intense for them. So start with a quarter and then slowly work up to a half and then get to the full dose when you're ready. And then you're going to really see the powerful benefits of those supplements. Make it a lifestyle. So take it at the same time each day. Like I said earlier, make a little, find a little pretty little dish, put your supplements in it every day, put them next to the coffee station, put them in a place where you're going to remember to take them. And keep at it. The longer you take your supplements, the more you will experience the maximum effect of support that's going to come over time. Now, one of the things that I wanted to say is supplements are something that you're doing today for tomorrow, if that makes any sense. It's not like a pill or something that makes us feel good right now. We don't feel the effects of our supplements immediately, right? It's taking care of your body routinely and regularly so you feel better tomorrow and the day after and the day after. They're really all about preventative maintenance. So you're doing it with the future in mind. That's a big deal, right? Okay, so how to reorder? This question actually comes up a lot. And for somebody like me that's been ordering 7 years now, I sometimes forget to kind of emphasize this. So let's go through the different ways to order. So you have two options when you have your account. You can set up a LRP, we'll get to that, or you can submit a one-time order. So the one-time order is just what it sounds like. All you need is your ID number and your password, and you can see on the left of the screen what it looks like on your laptop or on your phone as well. Save your information in, that's what I do. So you don't have to worry too much about remembering the password or your ID number. So once you're in, you can place a one-time standard order. That's exactly what it sounds like. You don't get anything back for it. It's just a single submission. You can place it today, 6 months from now, 2 months from now, whatever and whenever and wherever you want. The other option is to submit a loyalty rewards order. That stands for LRP, and that is when you get points back on your orders. Excuse me. So that is when you start to get points back on your orders, okay? You love your products and you're like a frequent flyer. You like to order at least one item a month, and every time you order, you will get points back for your order, but also for your shipping, which is really great. So here are some of the membership perks that you get access to that you may not quite understand. It takes a little bit to understand all of this. These are basically, okay, these are your membership perks. when you place a loyalty rewards order, you qualify for a percentage of the earnings, a percentage of your order in points every time you purchase. And the percentage grows every time you reorder, which is great. If you never reorder, that's okay. You do not have to. This is just an option for you. So, but if you're one of those people that likes to order at least one item a month, if you know you're going to go through a bottle of lavender or a bottle of Onguard or a bottle of Breathe, whatever it is, I really recommend that you do it through LRP so that you can get your points back. And I'm going to break down how to do that in the most effective way in just a moment. So it starts at 10% earnings and it goes all the way up to 30% back. Plus you get your shipping back in points. So every time I place a roughly $100 order, I get about $35 back that I can spend in any way that I want. This is the equivalent. I love explaining. I shop at Whole Foods for most of my groceries. And this would be me going into Whole Foods and buying my skincare and my home cleaning supplies and maybe some hair care for my family and other products that I purchase on a regular basis, and spending $100 and then saying, and having Whole Foods say, hey, Emily, you spent $100. Here's $35. Next time you come back, you can spend it any way you want. Well, they don't do that ever. You know, as if you're a Whole Foods shopper, you know, even their discounts aren't really available anymore. I really love to buy what I can, my deodorant, my foaming hand soap for all of the sinks in our house. Everything I can buy through my doTERRA account, I do, because I earn so many points. I have hundreds of points sitting in my account right now that I just get to cash in willy-nilly whenever I want to. So this is true, free, modern healthcare. I'm so grateful for it. So, okay, let's go on to the next slide. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so this is where the discount comes in. You can see 10% back for your first 1 through 3 months. Okay, so months 1 through 3, I'm going to get to the PV in just a moment. This circle right here, the 50 PV, so that's kind of like the sweet spot, okay? So it's the first sweet spot because it means that every time you have an order at 50 PV, you're going to start moving up that ladder, which is the accrual percentages. So every time you submit an order that's 50 PV or above, after 3 months of 50 PV or above orders, you'll move up to the next percentage. Now, just so you know, these 3 months do not have to be consecutive. You could do a 50 PV order this month, a 75 one next month, not really anything the following month, or just very little the following month, and then the next month is 55 again, or whatever. But 3 of these months, then you'll move up to 15% back. Again, same thing, 3 months of that, 50 PV again, you're going to move up to 20. And if you do this for, 12 months, you're going to end up at 30% back at the end of the year. And that's where I've been sitting for years now. It's what I absolutely love. So the next thing I want to mention is that 125. So this is the second sweet spot. And it is when you order 125 PV by the 15th of the month, you will also get the free oil of the month. So every month doTERRA offers a free oil. It's usually, or it's very often, something that we are not able to purchase because of supply issues. Usually they can't keep it in stock all the time. So it's going to be a unique and a fun oil that we are usually excited to get. Oh, laurel leaf. I've always wanted to try that, right? So if your order is 125 by the 15th of the month, they will automatically send that free oil of the month. It's a great way to build up your stock, a great way to build up new oils and experience new things as well. And just so you know, if you notice your order is like 123 PV and you're getting ready to place it, you just want to make a mental note, add on one tiny item, maybe a lip balm or something. By the way, I love their lip balm. They've saved my lips from being totally addicted to having something on them at all times. And they're super clean ingredients. They're so simple. You guys check out the lip balms. So just that would be 5 PV and would increase your order to hit that 125 mark. Okay. Okay, so this is an example of a monthly order that you'll see that it just gets saved in your account, and you would just go in on a monthly basis and edit based on what you need and what you don't need as well. It's going to save the items that you ordered last month, and you can just leave it as is. It can be kind of a wish list. You can go back into it throughout the month and add anything that comes to mind. Like right now, I have my wish list. I'm out of clary sage, lime, whisper, peace, and elevation, in case you needed to know. So I've got my list in front of me, and that's what I'll be ordering next month. So also I wanted to mention the cap stickers. They're 50 cents. And when you place an order, you can add cap stickers to them too. If you're going to be making roller bottles, I highly recommend that you get an extra sheet of the cap stickers to start using. All right, you guys, we're big believers that good health never goes out of style. And with everything changing so quickly and so drastically in our lives right now, and the real importance to move toward a healthier life and healthier lifestyle and healthier weight, all of these things, doTERRA is going to play a huge piece in this as your natural health offering. So if you're here, you're already clearly thinking on a path and thinking about your health in natural and holistic way. And I just want to congratulate you for that, and just extend to you my support as well. And I'm here for you. This is, just so you know, when I would typically open up questions for Q&A if we're doing a live class. Since this class is recorded, I am unable to do that. But there are a couple more slides that I would love to mention to you. So this one is all about using oils, sharing oils, and then teaching others. I'm a big believer that we learn, do, teach, learn, do, teach, learn, do, teach. So learn something new, we do it ourselves, and then we get to teach that information out to the world, right? So I want to tell you that if you're one of those people who loves your oils and you like to share with other people, if you're always out there talking and telling people what you're using and sharing the information, there is actually a really easy and pretty awesome ability for you here to get your oils paid for. So I've been grateful for that, and not only are my monthly oils paid for, which I call my family's free natural health care, but I have actually created an income, a full replacement income from my corporate work, my previous corporate work, through these oils and through teaching others about them. It is the most gratifying work that I can truly imagine doing in my life. So it's very simple to do. Now, I should also say we're not a community that's ever going to push or pressure this on you. So if you feel like you loved watching this and you're like, wow, I really feel connected to this message and what she's teaching about, then please reach out to us and we'll help you. But the basic way that we do it is that we use our oils first. We get to know them. We become a product of the product. I will never, ever talk about something that I don't use myself personally. And you won't ever find a leader in doTERRA who isn't completely committed to their own health. That's key. You'll see that everywhere across the board. But after that, we share oils and we ask how we can provide a sample of oils to somebody else. And then we help them with whatever it is that they have. Maybe they have pink eye or yeast infection or itchy elbows or whatever their health concern is, lack of sleep. Then you are able to sample them very easily and follow up with them and help them get oils as well. So one of the easy ways we do this is think about whose life you want to change, who is around you in your life. And we actually host a lot of classes. We teach one-on-ones. And what the easiest way to think about this is to make a list of people that you would want to invite, family, friends, neighbors, associates. We can do online classes for you. You can invite your community. We'll run through everything, answer all the questions, help people get started, and you can then really quickly and easily get your own oils paid for. So the idea is that you really give a friend a sample of something that's a big deal for them. As I mentioned examples before, maybe headache, digestion, pain, stress. Tell them 3 cool things about essential oils. Maybe you have already attended one of our Simple Solutions, our basic essential oil classes that we run weekly. so you know what those are. Tell them 3 ways that you can use them. Show them the kits that doTERRA offers for getting started. The end. Super, super easy. So reach out if you have questions about that. Next week, coming up, depending on where you are in this cycle, you should be attending our nutrition and supplements continuing education class next week. After that, we will be diving into toxin-free living at a really deep level. Oils for every age, essential skincare is always a popular one, and then we have other classes lined up for that as well. So I really hope you enjoyed this information. We love hearing your feedback. We love hearing from you. Make sure that you get the link to the form and you enter the information and you enter the code word that you picked up during this class as well, so that we can keep track of you and make sure we get that diffuser and oil to you at the end of the course. All right, thank you so much. I'm going to stop the share and stop the recording, and I hope you guys go enjoy your night or evening. Take care, be well.